Howdy, 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 and welcome to this version of the Flying Auditor. I am the Flying Auditor. Today, we're going to be talking about, are you happy, sad, angry, or indifferent since the beginning of 2025? Kind of a different viewpoint, don't you think? What are your expectations for 2025, gang? I'm going to cover a lot of stuff, and I'm going to try to keep this down to 10 minutes. But one of the things I want to share with you is post on my community page. Now, I don't have a big channel, so I don't get a lot of interactions, and it's pretty apparent by the likes and what have you. But there are some things that get my goat. And for you guys who don't know what that means, that's just a little saying that, have you ever thought about it? Hey, Alexa, what does the phrase get your goat come from?
The phrase get your goat is believed to have originated from the practice of putting a goat in a horse's stall before a race, which would cause the horse to become agitated and nervous. This expression is used to indicate that something or someone is distracting or irritating you, similar
Alexa,
to how the goat
shut
would
up.
affect the horse.
You probably didn't hear that, but get your goat. They used to put goats inside of the stalls with the horses to agitate them to get them to be more active. So I'll have to do a little bit more research. You know, AI is a great tool. Any of you guys and gals using AI out there, reach back out to me. I like to know some of your programs. I've bookmarked a boatload of them, but what are you using specifically? But are you happy, sad, angry, or indifferent about what's happening on 2025? Now, this Flying Auditor channel, when I started it, I'm happy about it. You know, I'm a guy, I live my life, professionally. I'm a day trader, trade options, short stocks, buy stocks, yada, yada, yada. So 2025, there's a correction going on with all the market reacts. The market and the algorithms, the algos reacts to things. And you could be negative. I mean, the market is red. To me, no bueno. But for me, looking for opportunities to buy, bueno. So it's an attitude. Is your mindset positive or negative? Are you a negative person by nature? Or are you a positive person by nature? What does that have to do with the YouTube channel and what you're doing? Let me share with you some things that get my goat, that cause me a little angst. Some of you guys and gals don't look at my posts, so here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm actually going to show you my post. All right, as you can see here, my last one 3 days ago is Popo in Marlin, Texas, was indicted on 10 counts of animal cruelty, and the city council gave this dirtbag a 6-month paid vacation. Now, where I live and where Marlin, Texas is, it's not that far away. I'm busy as all get out. You know, I got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm most likely not going to be able to make it out there. But for you guys and gals, I'm an animal lover. I was a canine guy for a long damn time. You know, spent a lot of years doing canine narcotics attack, tracking people, finding people. I mean, anything a dog can be used to help and do what they do, I did. And that's what I did 40 years ago when I was in the military. I was the proverbial Popo narcotics guy with a red Doberman pinscher named, so aptly named Panama Red. And for you guys that don't know, Panama Red at one time was a very, very, very it was a good drug, is what it was. It was pot. It was a strain of pot back in the day. So my red Doberman was named Panama Red. And he had a good nose. I mean, his accuracy was 90%. I mean, back in the era, we didn't have crack cocaine. We didn't have heroin at the time, PCP, blotter acids, pot, of course, cocaine, the pills, all the different pills. And my dog was trained on multiples of those scents. SCENTS. So, hey, that's just what I did. Not proud of it, but that's just who I was back in the day. But here's what gets my goat. You see this? This sumbitch, this Texas police chief. Oh, don't get me started. And then what happened 4 days ago, as everybody knows, the goat of goats, Jeff Gray, was arrested again on a public sidewalk with a sign, "God bless the homeless vets." And I've actually put stuff out at the restaurant for you guys, as a professional real estate investor, what have you. I actually went to the appraisal district in Flagler Beach Flagler County, and pulled up the property ID of the restaurant. And all the IDs I can find, it's owned by the city of Flagler. So if James Madison audits, if you can tell me otherwise, but the way I'm seeing it on the appraisal rolls is the city owns the Funky Pelican, is the little snowflakes called because Jeff was making the people inside uncomfortable because he had a cardboard sign. Just what a bunch of assholes. Just really gets my goat. And then for all you vets, I'm a Texan. All you vets, this leftist idiot named Dan Crenshaw, Navy SEAL, has been bought and paid for by the establishment. At one time, I'm sure the guy was a good guy. I mean, he lost his eye in service of our country. I'm not going to denigrate anything the man has done in service of our country. But the minute he joined and was elected into the House, to his congressional seat, just got my goat. And why did this idiot, Dan Crenshaw, said if he met Tucker Carlson, he'd kill him in an open mic, just off the cuff deal. You don't make, you as a congressperson, representative, I should say, do not say crap like this. And this guy, for anybody that knows, Eddie Gallagher, this Navy SEAL, absolutely ignored Eddie Gallagher to help him. And I've got the book. Eddie Gallagher signed it, FAFO. You know what that means. So that really, this little idiot Navy SEAL, little munchkin dude, he's been bought and paid for now. He drank the swamp Kool-Aid by the truckload and is wearing the stank of the snake pit called DC. He is so out there. He's a phony in terms of his representation for us in Texas. And I digress. Let's go down a little bit further. Navy vet, submariner with a PhD, Dr. Justin Spiess. I've been following him and his cohort in crime, Lawrence Accountability. If they were close, I'd go up and see these guys. I mean, these guys are putting the work in. I mean, they're holding these people absolutely 100% accountable all the time. And they teamed up, which I'm glad to see Justin Spiess and Lawrence Accountability did that. So kudos to those guys. I think it was just a great move on their part to double our effort. And it seems like they play pretty well off each other. And that's a great thing to have happen. And another one that I've done, and this is through a guy named Hampton Law, is how to stop cops from searching you after a traffic stop. Hey, if you're out there living your life, look through my posts on my website, on the Flight Auditor channel. See if there's any of those titles that kind of get your attention. The idea, folks, is when you do what you do it to learn, to stress your rights if that's what you're looking to do, and just be who you are. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that makes sense. So don't be ashamed of what you're doing. But let me say this to you. Don't bow down either. So are you happy, sad, angry, or indifferent? I'm kind of happy. I am happy, actually. Not kind of. I am. I'm alive. I'm hurt like hell because of all my stuff, but I'm alive. And I'm blessed for that. And I hope you are too. I hope you recognize that you living on this earth, breathing breath, is a blessing. There are some countries that you can go to just by walking outside and looking wrong at somebody, you go to jail. Look at what's happening all in the EU, Germany, Poland, against all the BS illegals that have come in and taken over those countries because their leaders allowed them to. So are you happy, sad, or indifferent, angry? The other night when Trump made his speech and all those idiot demon craps sat on their asses and did not applaud a little boy with cancer, with surviving cancer, or children, or families that had been family members were murdered by the illegals, and these idiots sat on their hands holding up some stupid sign, Elon steals. Yeah, right. Elon is taking away the demon crap's slush funds. And there's a lot of stuff being exposed. guys, and I don't. Let me see if I can find it. Let me. I know I put it in my. There's an attorney that I listened to. Let me see. Did I put her in here? I thought I did. I thought for sure I did, or maybe I saved it. I'll have to find it and put it in my thing. There's a gal that's an attorney that represents a lot of content creators, and she gives you some ideas of what you need to do to protect yourself. Because if you have a YouTube channel privately held through an LLC or an ORG, you're a business. If you're a DBA, you're a business, doing business as. And this attorney, I'll find her link. She offers some fantastic advice to cover your butt. You know, here's what I think is, there's a lot of people that fly by the seat of their pants, and that's a pilot term, which means they just fly by the seat of their pants. They just go out there in the moment, and if something happens, they rely on YouTube to get them out of jail or whatever the case might be. You've heard me from the very beginning when I started this channel. I put a checklist together, and it's going to be modified even more so. What you need to have in place before you go out and stress your rights, because what are you going to do? It's called contingency plans. When I lived in North Dakota in the military at 100 below zero, I had a winter survival gear in my vehicles. So if we broke down in the 18 miles between the town and where I lived, from the basin where I lived, at 100 below, 50 below, you break down, you don't have heat, your car runs out of gas, you're going to die unless you've got preparations, heavy duty gear, etc. What am I saying? Be prepared. Doing when you go on a trip with your family, you think about being prepared. Money, medications, in case something happens, insurance, hospitals, the whole gamut. What has changed? Now, if you're single, you probably don't care, but if you're married, you know what I'm talking about. That's what parents do. People who have families prepare, hopefully, and they understand contingencies and what have you. So prepare yourself. Have a slush fund of money that'll get you out of jail. Now, if you want to go out there and go e-beg and YouTube, that's your choice. I mean, it's a free country. But, you know, anybody that goes out there and stresses their rights and it's not prepared, you know, you're asking for problems. And I don't feel sorry for if you get popped for something you didn't do or you did do. It doesn't matter to me. You went out there unprepared. That means you had an intention of taking money or asking for money from somebody because, hey, somebody will take care of you. And that's the wrong way to think about it. So this attorney really talks about insurances. She talks a whole gamut on how to protect yourself. And you need to do that. And I've had people say, well, you can't pre-plan where you're going to do an audit per se. Yes, you can. Absolutely, you can. Everywhere I go, I guarantee you, I have a map. I've got my GIS laid in. I know exactly where I'm at. That's just what I do. And I've done this for close to 15 years now. So I used to carry one of the hand compasses, or not hand compasses, handheld GPS, color GPSs, before all the smartphones did what they did. Now, if you got a smartphone, keep in mind, you got to have towers nearby in order to poll and triangulate your locations. You're running off of towers to figure out where you're at. You know, when you get some phones that are out there that actually have dedicated GPSs built into them, the technology is different. Okay. So why am I putting this out there? I felt like it. I hadn't said anything in a while. Just go to my channel, go to the post, check them out. If you don't want to, I don't care. You know, if I grow the channel, I grow it. If I don't, I don't. I just like doing this, and I've got some people that do follow me, and I appreciate everybody that follows me. I really do. And I hope and I pray that 2025 is going to be an awesome year. And as I close, when you're out and about, why don't you do me a favor? You see that hat up there? Now, the hat is kind of exaggerated. This veteran is medicated. Actually, there is a hat out there. I don't wear that stuff because, you know, there's people that have these red flag laws. So if you wear something out like that, they could say, ooh, you're off a bubble, and they'll go after you. You know, try to go after your guns and all that BS. So, but, you know, veterans wear hats. Why do we wear hats? So we can find other veterans. It's not to impress anybody. It's to say, hey, I'm a vet. That's my thoughts. Okay, I don't wear a hat to impress him. I don't care what you think of me. I couldn't care less. Correct phraseology. Makes no difference to me. And I hope you feel the same way. If someone says something to you and you're thin, your skin is so thin that you get pissed, grow up. Come on. Now, if they attack you and they really make outlandish, fraudulent, flagrant statements that could jeopardize your channel, could jeopardize your business's integrity, your integrity, operability, stand up for your rights. That's what I would do. And that's what I do. Now, I've said I'm going to close. Let me close with this. It's about SCARS. SCARS. It's a nonprofit organization owned by a gentleman by the name of Kevin, the Angry Vet. His channel is the Angry Vet. Some people don't care for the guy. You don't know the guy like I do. And I'm just going to tell you that flat out. The guy's got a heart of gold. He give his last dollar to somebody and his shirt off his back to help somebody. And he has proven that. This guy has spent thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars helping people. And all you YouTube negative people that attack the Angry Vet and his organization, you're fools. I got all his receipts. I know what he's doing. I don't put my money on anybody that's phony. I've got investigator, private investigator. So if there's a YouTuber out there that, let's just say, wants to be a little bit of a nimrod and wants to be out there and attack people, me specifically, and say something negative that's going to affect my livelihood, my business, my channels, no bueno for you, buckos. Oh, no bueno for you. I'm a type A. I don't tolerate that kind of bullshit. Kevin, the Angry Vet's a good guy, man. And he's got PTSD. And if you guys don't understand PTSD before you cast dispersions and negative bullshit about the guy. He's given more money to people than majority of you people have in the veteran community. I guarantee you that. That's just who he is. He doesn't beat his chest, and I'm going to beat it for him. The guy is a wonderful guy. It's not a bromance. I respect the guy. He's done something that most people will never do, and that's put himself out there and start a nonprofit to help people. Do you have the mental capacity, the financial capability to do so? I hope so. But don't disparage a guy for trying to help people. You want to get your clicks and views and you say something disparaging? Don't be doing that. You're a fool. I don't care if you got 200 or 500 or 1 million people following you. You're a fool to make such things. Oh, we didn't see his EIN, yada, yada. I got it all. I don't invest in a person or company unless I know they're legit. And I took my time and my money well over a year ago, $1,200 to fly out to go see the Angry Vet, and stayed with him for a week. Got to know him and his family, everybody. The guy's a wonderful man. Got a wonderful family. He cares about people. And you got to see that. I mean, the guy's got PTSD and stuff. There are things that trigger the man. If you don't understand PTSD, seek to understand before you cast your dispersions and your disparities against a man who's got a great heart that wants to help people. Do you have the guts to start a nonprofit to help people? Put your money where your mouth is, YouTubers. All you channels that have disparaged SCARS, I challenge you to start a nonprofit to help veterans and other people. Do it. Put it out there on the web. I dare you. You got the guts? Got the balls? Ovaries, if you're female? I know that wasn't correct, but I don't care. All right, 19 minutes. We're getting ready to shut down. We're going to have some great videos coming up here in the next 8 weeks. I can guarantee you what. And in probably 4 months down the road. And I'm not going to leak anything. I'm just going to put a little teaser. It's going to be a mind blower. All you Texans, please reach out to me. All you people from Texas, reach out to me. I might want to get a gathering of 25 to 50 of you guys. And we go somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where we're going to go, but I'll let you know. But reach out to me. If you don't reach out to me, that's fine. I got a couple of people I know that'll come out and come with me. So I just want to say, you see that red dot? Damn it, that's this snowball mic. That I have a Bose headset that the Bluetooth disconnects for 5 seconds every so often. A $300 headset. You think it would work, right? I've replaced it 3 times. Go figure. If anybody out there in YouTube world's got a headset that's a Bose, that's your Bluetooth connecting to your PC, I got a very high-end computer, so it's not my PC, it's not my drivers. Let me know if your Bose speaker, your Bose headsets break apart on a Bluetooth connection for about 5 seconds. And please let me know. Ending here. If you see a vet outside in public, in a restaurant, wherever, thank them. If you're eating in a restaurant, why don't you buy their meals? And you've heard me say this, it's a blessing when you buy someone's meal and you say nothing to that person and you watch the reaction when the server gives them no check. Well, where's my check? And you watch the confusion. And then the smile comes to their face and then they start looking around. If you haven't done that, do it. Give yourself a good laugh. Feel good about it. Drop $50 or $100 on somebody, or 25 or 10. It doesn't matter. Do something and pay it forward to somebody, especially guys and gals who've lost limbs, guys and gals who signed on a dotted line to lose their life in defense of this great nation called America. I do love my country. If you are an anti-government person, you're in America. You're free to do it. You know, I'm not going to cause any disparity if you don't like America. If you don't like America, that's your choice. But I will say, if you don't like America, why don't you pack your bags and get the hell out? In fact, contact me directly. I will buy you a one-way ticket, first class, to either 2 places, Russia or China. No other place. And I'll pay for it. I will buy you a first-class ticket, one way, to Russia or China if you hate America. Take me up on my offer. I dare you. But you know, if you do, I've got a private investigator. I'm going to do an investigation. I'm making sure you're legit, to make sure you are who you say you are. So if I'm going to put my money and get you out of the U.S., guess what I'll do? I'm going to get you investigated by my private investigators. So we're done. Have a good one. Are you happy, sad, angry, or indifferent? I'm happy. It's 2025. We got a guy in the White House that is running the government like a business should be run. And if you are one of those people that disparage Elon Musk and Donald Trump for making the government transparent and accountability to all of us, what the hell are you doing in the 1A, 2A community? Because I hear these terms, transparency, all the time. Oh, you're not being transparent. And you people bitch about Trump and Elon making the government transparent and exposing all this massive, massive corruption. If you got a problem with it, you're the problem, no one else. If you run your business like the government was run under the demon craps, you'll be out of business. You'll go broke. You probably got a huge debt load because of that. Just saying, Type A's coming out. Sorry about that. I'm just in that mood. All right. God bless America. God bless our troops. Y'all have a great one.